welcome back to Retro J's Game House Room, whatever. But today, I just got a couple things. I've got, actually more than a couple things. Before the Game On Expo, I went game hunting, a couple places in Phoenix. So I've got that run of stuff to show you guys. And then as soon as I got back, I was gone for a week because I went to the Game On Expo. Then I had a work thing. I was gone for a week. Came back, we cool places. And then on our way back, we hit up a couple places in Phoenix, and of course I found a bunch more stuff. So this is going to be that video. I've got it's actually 3 different stacks of stuff. Oh, and not just that. I went out with my buddy Retro Remix Nation. You may have seen the video he already posted on it, but this is kind of like the finds that I found. This was last Saturday, so I'll do that one last. I'm going to kind of go in order. I didn't want to make 3 separate videos for this, so I figured I'd just put it all into one video, kind of show you guys. So we will start off with what I got before, so I'll just kind of go in chronological order here. So first off, we got a copy of Lost in Blue 2. I have a 1 and 3, so I found this at Bookman's. Figured I'd pick it up. My brother actually gave me a gift certificate. He had like $200 $200 gift certificate to get some of this stuff here. So I'm using that. I used that to buy this stuff here. So next we got Aetus Eclipse PSP game. Anything PSP I find that I don't have, especially ones that look like to be RPGs or whatnot, I try to buy them. Astonishia story. If I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sure someone will tell me I didn't. We got Lost in Blue Shipwrecked. Another Lost in Blue game. This was cheap. This is like $2. I didn't know they put Lost in Blue on the Wii, so yeah, it's complete too. They were interesting games. The Lost in Blue games for the DS, at least the first one, was kind of like let's see how this system works. You've got the stylus, you can dig in the sand, you can fish, but it's easy to die if you didn't pay attention, because it's like you got to give them water, you got to have them eat, you got to make a fire, you got to dig for stuff, you got to build. It was a lot of stuff to really kind of utilize what the DS had when it first came out. So next game, Kung Fu Kid. And now we're going to move on to the NES games. We got Romance of the Three Kingdoms. We've got Tiny Toons Adventures, Trouble in Wacky Land. We got Knight Rider. Hasselhoff approved. Touchdown Fever. And I can't wait to play this game. Fisher Price, Perfect Fit. Desert Commander. Classic Concentration. Got Batman Returns. I think this finishes the Batman games for me. If I'm Gilligan's Island. And Ghostbusters 1 and 2. That was kind of cool to find. I didn't have these, so find them both off fairly quickly at a good price. I've seen them before. Everybody always wants about 10. Only worth about 8. I got them for about 5, so that works. And lastly, this was really cool. Got a Link and Epona Legend of Zelda figure from Epoch Seaworks. Any figure out of this, this line are just really rare. They're going for a ton of money online. This one here you'll see for about $200 on eBay. This is the more common one, which is funny because this is not the one that I picked up. If you watch my earlier Zelda video, you'll see I have 4 of the figures that they have on the back already. I bought those all at the same time when they came out, and somebody had just picked this one up, so I did manage to get this one. It's nice to have it now. I'm actually glad this is the one that I did manage to get, because this was the least expensive. So I got this using the credit at Bookman's. They had it priced at $100. Using the $100 in trade credit, awesome. I got some. I didn't have to spend a penny on it. I didn't have to go on eBay and try to hunt it down. I kind of wanted it to finish that Majora's Mask collection, so this is probably one of the better Majora's Mask toy collections you can get. Alright, that ends Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2. This is the stuff I got after I got back from Vegas and from my work stuff I had to do. So we will start off, we will go retro first. We got a copy of Defender for the TI-99. Now all these games came from Fallout Games. So this was cool. The guys over there at Fallout Games are really cool guys. They actually just gave this one to me with the stack because they know I go in there a lot. And he didn't want to look it up. He said, you know what, just take it. Just take it. I know you're gonna be back buying stuff again, and you know I try to send people over there just because where I live we don't have any local game stores. So being able to send people over there, I do it all the time. Tell them go to Phoenix, go to Fallout. You're gonna find what you want to look for. And they've noticed that they've seen return on that, so which is great. It's great for me, free games. So next we've got this is Demolition Derby for the TRS-80. We got Dino Wars for the TRS-80, Downland for the TRS-80. Next, we have an oddball sealed. This is for the CDI. It's called How the Rhinoceros Got His Skin. The only reason I haven't picked this up, my wife said buy this because it's told by Jack Nicholson. I don't think I'm ever going to open it, but the fact that Jack Nicholson is narrating this, that'd be kind of interesting. A children's book thing. So, next, we got the Sega Saturn Not For Resale 3-pack. Next, Mega Man Star Force 2. It's complete, looks good, got the book. This was fairly cheap, I think. They only wanted like $7 for this, so for me that's a steal. And lastly, the best thing I got there, it's a game I've been wanting because I love survival horror games, so this was really cool to get. I already own Rule of Rose, Haunting Ground for the PS2, but this is one I did not own. This is Quan. And as you see, it's complete. It's actually in really good shape. It's got a little sticker residue there, but I'm gonna take that off. If I can, I'll just put it in a new case, make it look, brand new. All right, and that's collection 2. Moving on. This is last Saturday. Again, like I said, I was out and about with the Retro Remix Nation, buying games. I didn't have a whole lot of money to work with, which is fine. And this one is Hyanki Alien. I don't even know if I said that right. Focusing. Is it? Okay. I got that at Game Over. It's inside of the Arizona Collectors Marketplace. It's like this huge store full of toys, and there's these separate areas inside where people set up shop inside. It's like permanent shops, it seems like, or semi-permanent, and they just sell their stuff out of each shop. And in the back, there's a video game one, and that's actually where I bought this one. And the first time I ever went in there was right before, probably a week or two before the Game On Expo, and I did see John Gamester 81 in there. It looked like he was testing cartridges and games. He had his whole back area all kind of blocked off, and he was going through games. He was running around like crazy, just like he was when I saw him at the expo. So he was a busy man. But again, that expo was awesome. There's a huge turnout, and I knew there would be. Just we don't, Arizona. We've never seen that kind of stuff. We'd always have to travel, halfway across the United States or all the way to the other end just to go to any of these expos. So the fact that, hey, it's an hour and a half away from my house, that's awesome. So I hope this, that it did really well, and that we get more. Every year I'll go. Maybe at some point I'll start building up some more extra stuff that I don't want for my collection. Maybe I'll set up a booth there. I don't know. It might be fun. We'll see. All right, next, we've got some Atari games. We've got Snake. We've got Wabbit. Oh, shoot you. We got Wabbit. What? Oh! Name this game. Kind of interesting title of their game. And those were found at Fallout Games. These next two were actually found at a Goodwill, and I usually don't pick up PS1 games unless it's like my Tron Bomb. But I did find Agile Warrior, $2. It's about a $8-9 game. I don't have it. It's not a sports game, thank God. And this one, I found Oddworld. That was kind of cool. I don't actually own Oddworld. And that was $3, so that's worth about $11. Next off, we went to a place called Game Zone. This place is run by this old lady. She told me she's owned that business for 30 years. So this might be kind of interesting for her. It seems like it's new and used in old retro video games. It's also like half a anime store. She's got a lot of Japanese anime stuff in there too. Interesting location. She's a really nice lady. And then we got from that store, I was looking through some boxes, and I found a whole box. I was like, oh my god, there's a ton of really good DS games and 3DS games in there. So I asked her, I was like, hey, what are these for? Are you shipping them out? She's like, no, they're empty. I was like, shit, they're empty? Okay. I was like, well, will you sell me some empty cases? So she said, yeah, give me a couple bucks. So I needed one for this game, Contra 4. $2 for the case. For me, that's awesome because there's my game. That's my copy I was able to put into it. I just don't like loose games for the DS. They're so small. I kept this in one of my cases, but I just think it's really cool to have the case for these because you can display them. You can't display that little chip. So the other one, this was really cool. Radiant Historia, and it's the box. And what's nice about this is obviously I had the case, and it had the soundtrack, and it's still sealed. So I put my copy of Radiant Historia into it, and this is pristine. This is like, she opened it, and I didn't even ask her what she did with the games. It makes me wonder because she sells games in here. She has a couple loose games, but I don't know what she may have done with the games or why these were just sitting in there empty. I didn't ask her that. We were kind of in a hurry to get to flashback games because we only had so much time we could spend in Phoenix. So I'll be going there again. She had a bunch of other stuff. Nothing really rare, but the fact that I'm getting cases. There's a couple I'm actually looking for, so hopefully maybe I'll go in there and she'll have them. So that was that. And here's the last thing I got at her store. I got Flight of the Intruder for the NES. That was only a couple bucks. Alright, and that's it for her place. So we'll move on. Oh, Goonies. I forgot. Goonies for PSP. This was also bought at that Game Over store in the Collector's Mall. So we put that over here. And we went to the swap meet in the morning. There, we got there really early. Kind of like we usually like to hit up the swap meet first, and you got a really good sized swap meet. Almost as big as the one that Pat the NES Punk goes to. Not quite as big. Not as cool either, because I have been to that one that Pat goes to, and it's a really nice swap meet. But I found one thing. Normally I find more, but I've been finding more games there, but I've also been finding more resellers. So these games, unless you're catching them slipping in price, you're not going to really get that much of a deal. I actually had to pull up video game price charting for these people to get this game at a better price, because they were pricing it over video game price charting, and I told them, I was like, I'm at a swap meet, I'm not gonna pay more for a game than what I can buy it for on eBay. I told her that I could buy it right here, click it, it'd be sent to my house in a week, and I'll spend less than what I spend on it here. So they completely agreed to give me a better deal on this. Main reason I wanted to get this particular copy, this is Street Fighter Special Championship Edition, because the Genesis version of this game is really good. And this case is in like really, besides the tag being broken off, the case is pretty flawless. Look on the inside, it's clean. I mean, it's really clean. Alright, we're running up to the last couple items. This is flashback game stuff, so this was our last hit of the day. So I will go through, actually first off I'll do the 64 games. These are just boxes, these aren't the games. So we got a box for Mario Kart 64 Complete, which is awesome because I own the game, but I don't have the box anymore. So the box is in really good shape. So it's really cool to have that. I just threw it in the plastic case already. I got the game in it already. It's ready to go. Put on the shelf. I got a Mario Party 3 box. It's not in the greatest shape. I mean, putting it in this plastic makes it look like it's in good shape, but it's got some dents in it. It's got some flaws, but I got it for a really good price. The guy cut me a deal. I mean, he saved me like $30 off this whole lot of stuff I bought. Those are really good guys at Flashback Games. If you're watching my video and you're in the Arizona area, definitely go visit Flashback Games. They're really great people that work there. They've always given me deals, and I keep going back. I have no problem spending money with them because they're good people, and they always hook. You know, if I need a hookup, if I don't have that much money, they've done it, and I never push the fact either. I offer them, and we've haggled. They're really fun people. So definitely check out Flashback Games if you've never been there. We got Clax. Tengen game I don't own. I think I need about 2 or 3 more and I'll have all the Tengen games. Sesame Street Countdown. A copy of Alfred Chicken. They still had it priced at $50, and I pulled it up and I showed them, like, hey man, this is only $35. It's only worth $35 now. I'd be interested in buying it, but I don't want to pay $15 more than what people are spending on it. They went and looked it up and said, okay, cool, that's totally fine. They just didn't update the price, so very cool about that. So I'm glad that's something that they do. Pesterminator, Color Dreams games that I need for my collection. I want to get a full set, but some Color Dream games are just really expensive. Like my buddy Retro Remix Nation, he just picked up a copy of Menace Beach, and that's a really, that's like a $200 game. But that's it. That's it for all this stuff. The next video I post will be the video on the Game On Expo. I didn't post it because I saw this real software that Retro Remix Nation is using. He made his video on it. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link for it down below. Check that out. It came out really good, so it's a lot better than the software that I'm using to make my Game On video with that, to kind of see how it works out. If it comes out really great, I might move to using that editing software versus what I have now. But it is like a monthly subscription, so it has to be, it has to come out really good, and I'll have to start kicking out videos more often to make it worth the money if I end up getting that one. Because the one I have now, I purchased it like Best Buy, and that's kind of what I use. So that video will be next. Like I said, check that out. And lastly, just because I haven't done this yet, but I got a couple shout outs for some of my earlier subscribers, and this is kind of a thank you. So anybody watching this video, you need to check these guys out. I'm going to put a link for each and every person on this list below. Check these guys out. These are some of my earlier subscribers. I want to thank you guys for being a part of my channel. It's always nice going back and seeing I'm gaining more subscribers. I don't have a whole lot. I just passed 50, which I wanted to do a 50 subscriber giveaway, but I passed 50 like within a day. I wasn't moving. I think I was at 38, and I just stood there. I just sat there at 38, and boom, I was at like 49 within a day. I don't know what happened. Somebody shouted me out or something. I have no clue. But thank you for whoever helped me get the subscribers. But I am going to do a 100 subscriber giveaway. We're a little off from that, so I will figure out something. I will give something away. I'll give something nice. I'll grab something good for my collection, and we'll go that route. As soon as I figure out what I'm going to do, I will post a 100 subscriber giveaway video. So first off, I want to give shout outs. Obviously, Retro Remix Nation. He's been really helpful. He helped me learn how to kind of edit these videos, and I'm using the software that he used to use. So thank you so much for that. His link will be below. We've got the Game Hunters. You got to watch these guys. You got to watch this. It's a man and a sister, and they just kind of go around and they pick up games, and then he has these really cool like minute-long pickup videos where he just flashes off a bunch of games and it's done. It's pretty cool. So check out the Game Hunters, link below. Watermusic Retro, really great guy. He just hit like 80 subscribers now, so he's moving up. Next we got Chris P. He's been on my list for a long time. He mainly shows like Blu-rays, movies, stuff like that, games every now and then. Gare Bear's already got like several thousand subscribers. Most of you guys might already know him, but he's a really cool guy. He's fun to watch. Very clean video. His collection behind him is set up really nicely. Really nice guy. Check his stuff out. Turbo Maniac. He's probably one of my first subscribers. I believe he was one of the first people to actually go and say anything about, comment on one of my videos. So definitely check him out, especially if you like TurboGrafx or Neo Geo. And then we got Retro Survival. Again, really early subscriber, so thank you so much. Bill Benton. He's got a pretty fun channel too, so you gotta check out Bill Benton. And we got Retro Game Hunters. I believe this kid, he was in my first 3 subscribers. I've been meaning to give him a shout out for a while. He gave me a shout out, so thank you for that. Check his stuff out. He manages to get a lot of good deals. Check out Retro Game Hunters. And lastly, this is I'm shouting this guy out because he's a subscriber, but he's also someone that I've been friends with since the 6th grade. I can remember when Super Mario Bros. 3 came out. Went to his house. We sat there for 6 hours and we played through every single level until we beat that game. That was our mission. We had a mission. Let's beat Mario 3 on the, I don't know if it was the same day he got it, but it was pretty close. So, we were always into video games. It's always been games. And I mean, I had video games before I met him, but after I met him, I just got more and more into games, and that's kind of how it was. So you need to check out his channel. He's Mr. NES Guy. I've got him in the links as well. Those are people I wanted to shout out. Without you guys, I wouldn't have probably near as many subscribers as I have. Thank you so much. Like I said, keep a lookout for my Game On Expo video, and then I'll put out a 100 subscriber contest video. So just keep a lookout for that as well. And that looks like what I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and game on.